Live. Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Unicorns of Love German PMCO Scrims, brought to you by Unicorns of Love and the Impact Network. My name is Imperium. We have 4 games ahead of us, and of course, as you can see to my right, I'm not alone. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the French boy himself, Maxman.
Hello.
Oh my god.
How's it going, everyone? It's an absolute pleasure to be here to doing these scrims. And yeah, and as you guys might see, if you know my setup in the past, like I got a brand new mic. We're going to be also using this as like a testing ground also, which is pretty cool.
It's also cool because like we both have similar setups as well, and it feels good, man. It feels good.
We're the same Imperium. We're like we were soulmates in real life. Now we're like setup soulmates. If that's the thing, I don't know, but we'll say so.
That was terrible, but I'll let you away.
I try. You know what? You're the man of the dad jokes, not me. That's your job.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we have we have quite a good few teams coming up, obviously from the German PMCO. Now we aren't too familiar with a lot of these teams, right? But we definitely are aware, and I think it's exciting to go into these games with a bit of open eyes and an open mind on what these teams are going to be able to do.
For sure, like there definitely some teams that we have heard of and that we've actually casted in the past, Ryan Pim. Of course, you've got Unicorns of Love Europe, like, you know, it's Unicorns of Love Scrims tournament. So, of course, you're going to have Unicorns of Love. You got Hate Gaming, also, which is a team that we've casted a lot in the past. We know them. They're pretty good guys. And we'll see if they can try and perform in these scrims today. We know, other than them, you got also Umbra. None other than Umbra, they're going to be around the corner here. And we'll see if they can perform, but definitely I'm really intrigued to see how good this scene is going to be able to compare to Europe, because as Europe as a whole, like not only like the European region and PMCO, but like all of the 4 regions, like, you know, CIS, Germany, Turkey, and you also go South Europe as a whole together. Like I think even though we're a little bit separated, at the end of the day, we're all together to try and fight versus the NA teams. We want to try and beat them just like Footballist did in the spring season. So hopefully that'll be the case, and I really want to see how good these teams are performing before PMCO.
Exactly. Just while you were talking, just thank you to Mishi from Hate Mishi for the sub on the channel. Super appreciate it, man. Much love to you. Thank you. Really means a lot. So as you get into this game, for sure Unicorns of Love and for sure Umbra. The one thing that I will caveat for Umbra is that they don't have hulls anymore. Hulls did leave, and as far as I know, he's joined Mizexis, who are playing in the German PMCO as well, but not in these scrims. So I'm curious as to how Umbra will play without one of the overall key players that did perform in the PMWL for them.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be leaving quite a big hole in the team. But they're wanting to try and work on also like, yeah, there you go. They're going to try and also get that synergy back, and we see some teams, even in the European like side of things, like Team Time to Shine for is a really good example for me at least. That currently lacks a little synergy, and Umbra might be also in that same scenario. They only got like what 3 days before PMCO kicks off, so it's going to be a lot of stress, a lot of pressure for sure. But this is why you want to use these scrims as like just a last minute kind of training to try and just iron out the little mistakes, the little bit of lack of synergy, and hopefully get into PMCO as prepared as you can be. And I'm sure definitely they're a team that can do some really good results. I mean, Umbra, they proved us in Pyram like time and time again during like, you know, PMCO at some point that they can improve over time.
For sure.
And even if they lost the player, I think they can still do it.
I know we've kind of talked about Unicorn Love and Umbra because those are the two teams you probably know the most. However, I'd like you to throw down the list because I did forget to change the stream title. Bit of a feels bad man indeed. Of the rest of the teams that are playing in these scrims.
Sure. So I'm going to go from slot number 3 down to slot number 18 from top to bottom. So all the teams participating for today's games are going to have Team Illuminate, Come Get Some, the Captains, Marine Forces DE, Unicorns of Love Europe, Hate Gaming, F1 Gaming, Team Ram EU, Try SQ, Bravo Esports, iCurd 21R Sports, R Sports, why not Esports? Okay, R Sports, I guess. Black Sparks, Anarchy, Blackjack, Kuma Gaming, and Umbra. Those are all the teams participating today.
And we know Hate Gaming right now. It's not exactly Hate Gaming, if that makes sense. So it is, but it's hate.
It's not, but it is. It's like
okay. So as far as I know, and this is pure speculative. As far as I know, the actual Hate as an org.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Ginger Club.
But I think they're carrying on the Hate name as a Hate team. So I think that's really great to see coming into the German PMCO, and hopefully they can
thank you for the follow and welcome to the Ginger Club.
Hopefully they're going to be having some good results going into it. And I think Hate Gaming is a team that like we definitely known for the spring split has been a really consistent and, you know, very aggressive team. Now we'll see with all the changes, because there's been a lot of changes on their side, see if that could still, if they can still perform to a really high standard. I think they can. But actually in Pyram, because I've been like, you know, informed of this like last second, I kind of forgot we had this earlier. Not gonna lie, it's true.
You did.
I'm an idiot.
I know you did. It's fine. It's fine.
There you go.
Thank you
How
for
many
the
games
follow.
do we have?
Welcome
we have
to
four,
the
four
right?
games. It's four.
We have 4 games.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure, and also it's a good way to, you know, to like I learn more information, and you guys at home, if you didn't know, you learn too. There you go. Hey, two birds with one stone.
I should put the more you know theme tune in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have like run as like a sound alert. Just like click on it. Yeah.
Oh my lord. But we are about to get into the first game, of course, as you do play around with your lovely little sound effects. It's okay. Oh my god, you gotta do that for the playing path. But anyway,
we're gonna do it.
Another team that stands out for me is F1 Gaming. I don't know if it's the exact same roster, because bear with me on my lack of memory, but I know that I have seen the team play previously when it came to Spring Split. I think the name and the team name were playing in the EU PMCO, but I could be wrong. But I do know of F1 Gaming.
I'm not 100% sure. Like right now in F1 Gaming, you got Duckman VN, Nat, BX Jackie, and Daizui. So I don't remember if that was like a big change, but those other players are going to be over there in their composition. I've seen a lot of 3-man teams, which, you know, in the long run in Pyram, that can heavily hurt your performances. So hopefully it will not have too much of a bad influence on these squads. But anyways, most of the teams and players are going to be in the lobby. We only got 49, which, you know what? Compared to the Pro U Scrims, that's a lot less players overall. I'm expecting a lot less hot drops.
Yeah, it should be a bit more of a passive early game with these teams. And look, it's preparation for the German PMCO, right? So there is possibly an element like we've seen from the Noisy Boys in the past of 1 or 2 teams trying to go super aggressive and testing themselves, or there could be teams trying different rotations based on the circle shifts and just getting as much information and knowledge before it starts.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I don't know if I got the effect on. There you go. We got it on. This is going to be our plane path from the Severny area all down to the western side of Southern Afghan military base. And Imperium, hope we all have an absolutely fantastic flight over this good old map of Erangel. Yes. Ooh.
That was so worthwhile on so many levels.
I forgot to click on it for a second. I was like, no, I messed it up.
F1 Gaming going to Severny, which makes sense because of my experience with them as a team. They're generally a passive team, so that's going to make complete sense for them. A few teams wanting to drop around the Roshawk area, you're looking at Hate Gaming. That's normally around their drop spot as well. And Unicorns of Love going to apartments. That's also standard for them.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty usual stuff all the same. Bravo, they're going to have Yasnaya Polyana. No hot drops over there, even though it could somewhat have two teams over there if they do want to play a passive. Wow. Bravo should be pretty safe indeed. And I got to say, like, not many teams actually aiming on the coastal line down south, you know, next to the Southern River. I'm really impressed about that. But we've got 3 teams currently dropping on Sosnovka Island. Could have some good old military base early game action happening right here, Imperium.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that does play out. It seems like Team 6, Marines Force DE, are heading kind of away from the 2 teams going to base. They might be capturing a couple of vehicles and then moving their way over to Novo. But Phase 1 Circle, pretty central. Bit to the east, nothing really to complain about.
Nothing insane. So we got ourselves Hate Gaming popping into the kill feed really early on over here. It's going to be making things pretty interesting. And that's because they're fighting in Roshawk, which team number 15, and that's going to be Anarchy. As Itachi got knocked out really early for Anarchy. Mitchie's going to go in pretty hot there to try and confirm that kill. Taking a few shots from the distance, but you know what? That's going to be really Hate Gaming on a pretty good open ground fight over here in Roshawk. And now they only got 2 more players on the other side of Anarchy. That's going to be Beast and Ben. And they're just clustered on the other side of the road. It's going to be really hard to try and get a big impact here as they're getting really close to one player specifically. Now it's going to be Quarter.
Onto 1v1 against Beast. Takes a little bit of damage, Max, but it shouldn't be too bad. Of course, as he suppresses the 2 members of Anarchy, the rest of the team should be able to provide that support in the backline, right?
Yeah, heavily. Like right now, the information's been given over to Quarter, and of course, he fed that information over to the rest of his team. And now they know how to push on over. The better way to do this would be to have a smoke road. So really Hate Gaming, if they are going to be respectful about this, they're not going to push without too much information. They got Mitchie over, which is great. They got a 2-2 split. But now really you got to try and think, how do they want to push this? Because you want to try and make the use out of your man advantage, right, Imperium? Like, you don't want to just push as a 2-2 engage. You want to go as a 4-2. And now it's really depending on how they want to pull that play off.
They're biding their time. They're waiting it out. Trying to scope out, use the sound of footsteps in the little bottom of the hill, taking a couple of shots towards Beast, and he's going to have to backtrack.
Yeah, he's going to be getting engaged by Mitchie, but you know what? Mitchie is going to be having the short end of the stick. Quarter's going to try and come for the rescue. Ben now has got to reposition, get back into the fight. As a response on the other side of the road, Jay-Z and Phantom trying to get a little bit closer to that fight. Beast in the fight once more. He's getting sprayed from a distance, gets prone last second Imperium and able to survive the encounter. But now you don't want to commit to this fight. But he actually commits to it. And Beast joins in greatly into the fight, forcing Phantom and Jay-Z over to the fight. They want to try and win it, but Ben gets absolutely lasered. Beast shall be left alone. But unfortunately, with solo HP, he's going to have to res up, giving a little bit more time over to Hate Gaming to do the plays. But Beast, maybe going for the res would be the prime opportunity for you. He goes for the fight over there with the UMP. Gets the knock once more. The Grain's going to be just around the corner. He's got to be careful about that one. The Phantom's going to be taking the fight once more. But at the end, there was just too many players on Hate Gaming's side. And it was just too much for Anarchy to deal with.
Oh, boy.
That was close.
What a start to the game. That was nearly a 1v4 for Beasts of Anarchy. And one thing, if you didn't realize exactly, is that Anarchy and Beast are one team separated into 2. So Ben and Beast and as far as I know, Itachi used to play for Hate Gaming along with, as far as I know, Mishi and Swave. Swave's gone through time to shine, and Mishi has kept the Hate name with other members of you know, in the team. So that's why both teams dropped in Roshawk, as far as I know, because that was their normal drop spot as a team. When they split up, they didn't change. And we've seen kind of the fight go on. So I'm excited when it comes to PMCO. Will they both land in Roshawk again? Either way, at least in these scrims, Hate have come out on top.
It's a little bit of friendly banter, you know, just having fun. Like, okay, let's see who's going to be winning this fight early on. These are scrims, you can have a little bit of fun too, but as you get closer to PMCO, you might want to take those a little bit seriously early on. I'm pretty happy, you know, we did have that earlier fight that I was hoping to not see that much happen. But otherwise, these teams are very spread Imperium. So I'm really hoping that during these rotations, especially on the more western side for Team 16 and 4, to have no other engagements in the open. It should not happen.
Blackjack sending picks a little bit forward to try and get a bit of information, heading on closer towards the south hills of Pachinki. Also, you mentioned number 4 can get some. They're going to have a nice, easy coastal rotation. The fact that they know there's only 44 players left in the game, now down to 12 teams, there is a way more space inside the circle for these teams to just center themselves up nicely, get a lot of information, and just play it by ear. You can never be too sure, though, so there is still going to be a certain level of caution being thread by some of these teams outside the circle, but so far, so good.
We're talking about teams outside of the circle. I'm going to bring attention over to a team that's inside the circle, and that's Unicorns of Love. So they dropped in school/apartment next to school, and they had that location under control. They rotated straight after their looting stage being over to go to Potato Hill because it's pretty central, right? And to get all the information that they need. They might even just stay there until the circle shifts away from Potato Hill, which I think would be a very, very good strat for them, because, you know, Perks pops off over there. We saw it time and time again during PMCO. Potato Hill is his home ground where he does clutch after clutch. So I think that now the information is great for Unicorns of Love. Now I want to see how they're going to use that information to rotate further in the future.
It is still always, though, a little bit risky to hold on to Potato Hill, right? We talk about it time and time again. It's such a vast area with
Imperium,
quite a few high grounds and low grounds. You have to take it and play.
Yeah, down south on Sudnovka, you got a fight with team number 11, Tri-SQ, if you didn't see that one, where they're getting engaged slowly by Marines Force DE. Marine Force trying to come over. They got Alush to got himself a little bit of scout position, but where is the rest of his team? They're all waiting in Novo, and I think they might be just taking a little bit too long to respond and get back as a team.
So Alush, he's on his own, as the 3 other members of his team are in the vehicle, so he might be looking to join up. And indeed, they are making that movement in all the while. Team 11, they only have those 2 players, so really their backs are a little bit against the wall. And plus, with at least one more team in Military Island, there is a chance that a bit of a third party could come on through.
That's definitely for sure. They're going to be slowly making it over. They're going to have Naban and Phoenix getting involved in the mix. This is where we had a CLW for the Pro U Scrims get a nice clutch location.
Thank you for the follow and welcome.
If you play your cards correctly, you could have a pretty big impact indeed. I'm surprised that they're not sending one player on the mountaintop higher buff to actually just get that off angle to put pressure to deny them from peeking. We see many teams do that in this location, but they're not doing it here. I really think they would make a lot of use out of it.
I think it's a bit risky, to be honest. I would get if they sent it across the road into either the blue building or the other house to have the off angle, but I feel like if you go up the hill out in the open, you're asking to get punished for that. So I think because in my eyes they left it a little bit late for the rest of the team to join up when it comes to Marine Force DE, I think it's wise for them to overall stick together for now in that position, but maybe you're right.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to
deny the rooftop or these kind of buildings. But that's completely okay. But now they got himself a lot of damage down onto Ghost, and because it's healing, that's going to be relieving some pressure away from them. They can easily cross on over. Phoenix almost going down, but it's going to survive with just about 5 health. And now it's breach time. It's breach o'clock. And they're going to making it over slowly and surely. They're going to keep Alush on the other side of the road, which I think is something good to have, just an off angle that might not be expected. As Joker gets a nice knock onto Ghost with that nade, leaving them down to only 1 player, and that's going to be Brazzy 69, team number 11, aka Tri-SQ, and he's going to get absolutely destroyed by the nade of Phoenix. Like nade galore, and MF take the fight.
Nice. Great way of taking a fight without really getting a knock and going up into the building. So nicely done by Marine Force DE, and hey, look, living up to the Marine Force name, fighting in Marine Force nature.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they used that damage that they got. They knew that he put one member really low, and they knew he's going to heal. He's not going to try and spray down from a distance to try and stop them from making it over to the compound, right? So he's just like, okay, he's healing. Now we can push. You don't always need a knock to push, right? Just as long as you get some damage and you know he's healing, that's still a way to get yourself into a compound.
We have seen teams shift over from the west-hand side, most notably RBG going past Unicorns of Love EU, getting a wild rotation on phase 1, but I think it's okay for the first phase of the day. And then we have Team 14, Black Sparks, heading up Potato Hill. How will Unicorns of Love EU deal with this?
I told you to be careful because this is Perks' home ground. He plays so well here. And as I say, I mean, you know what? Perks is going to be the one to initiate that fight versus Black Sparks.
Alan, in my eyes, is a bit more intelligent, and is able to really extract more from an engagement. On how he played the end of that game was incredible. But I am panning over now to the fight between Team 9, that is F1 Gaming, breaching and compound of Blackjack.
I'm going over there right now. It's just loading in, seeing what's going to be happening over here. So yeah, so you're going to have Blackjack getting engaged already by F1. Nade shall be coming on through. Nades are the better way to really get yourself engaged, as Scrims takes quite a bit of tick damage from that single nade over from Jackie. And now Daizui, he's making his way inside the building, getting sprayed down with Yuzi. He's got the scar for himself, and you know what? He's going to be able to overwhelm Scrims. And that's going to be one kill almost instantly confirmed. And now they're going to try and go over in the open. That's a little bit risky from Duckman and Jackie. You know what? They make it over as Blackjack relieve a little bit of pressure. But Jackie will go down eventually, as now 2 players still making it over. Jackie can make it inside the building. The rest could still come on through. Maybe this is time for Blackjack to try and go for the Uno reverse card. But we've seen a team come from above Imperium. That's going to be Team Illumination as they go downhill into the compound, trying to aim for the third party.
Illumination had gotten a third party initially onto one of the members of F1, but now as they do breach it in, let's see if they can make it count. All the while, Blackjack and F1 Gaming will have to try and concede with themselves for now in this one building. Jackie trying to get the heal off while Dazu throws out the smoke to try and protect themselves, and the grenades are being fired up by Illuminate to get a double knockdown.
Yeah, get one knockdown. Pixel still going to be down there. Extremely low. Can't really go for the res onto Vespa really quickly. So he's going to take his time. He's going to go for the res right now, but I think they're really here. F1, if they know how many kills they got, they should know this is a one-man army. They should take it 1v2, and it should go well, but that's going to be actually one play confirmed. Oh, great grenade from Evil Boy Illuminate on the other side of the compound. Going to confirm that kill. And now from a third party, we go to a one-on-one fight between these 2 squads. And now, slowly Illuminate, trying to make their way over. Spread it down. The smokes, I've got to say, Imperium are really good. Denying visibility away from team number 9, a.k.a. F1 Gaming. And now grenades coming on through. Illuminate's grenades are absolutely on point. And now trying to wrap around, especially look at the position over here.
Thank you for the follow, and welcome
to be a little
to
bit
the Ginger Club.
overwhelming, trying to make it hard for them to reposition and pull off that res. But that's going to be still Illuminate, a great third party Imperium.
Great third party, but they have traded knockdowns in this individual fight. The revive has been executed onto Evil Boy. All the while, Dazu had done a great job of flanking around on towards the side of the wall. He's gonna get the nearly the knockdown on the Blade, but Blade is surviving for now. Duckman going up the stairs because he's low in health, trying to find the will to survive, the will to heal. If Jackie's gonna be on his own in the building.
Oh, Jackie trying his best. He's with Duckman. They're both up ahead. I do really like the angle coming up from Evil Boy. I think there's definitely denying Daizui to make it over to the building and help his team. As actually talking about Evil Boy, he's actually gone out of the building, trying to get the angle on the side behind the wall. He sees him. Easy sprint. Oh no, he's actually anticipated over by Daizui, fighting back in really good fashion. I was genuinely surprised. Did not think he had that kind of information, but that's going to allow actually Shabby and Blade to make into the building as the pressure was relieved away from Daizui, as he's too focused on Evil Boy to have to deny that push over. Now Daizui might want to try and leave the scene. Daizui's going to take the headshot with the scar. Nicely done onto Evil Boy. Now you don't have to focus on him anymore. Join the rest of your team and take in a 3v2 versus Blade and Shabby. That is the way to go. And Jackie's going to be dropping on down, but he's anticipated by Shabby and Blade. They're both going to get taken down. As now we have the last player. It's going to be Daizui getting absolutely lasered from the side by Shabby. And there you have it. Illuminate taking the fight after that third party.
Why did you go out the window, Jackie, after Daizui had done a fantastic job of taking down Evil Boy? Wait for your time to strike. Allow Daizui to go across into the house like you mentioned, and then push in onto the final 2 members of Illuminate. But you struck too early and you paid the price. Down they go. And we have 8 teams left, 28 players.
And down goes the circle. Also Imperium, and one team that I really love their position. That's team number 4. Come get some. They got the nice high ground position. They're scouting a lot. And you got information, especially on team number 5. And that is going to be the captains coming on by very slowly. You got Vindex, you got Spirit. And everyone else is going to be coming on over. And I think they're going to potentially try and deny that position away, because you're low ground, an easy shot PRZ. He's just going to be going in so deep on that fight. Grenades utility shall be thrown over by Harami of Come Get Some. But now I think they're especially pushing from one specific location. I think they might want to go for a little bit of a 2-2 split to have even more pressure down onto Come Get Some.
If I was Come Get Some, though, I would really commit fully to this fight against Umbra.
Well, now go for
just
it.
as I said, a lovely grenade by Vindex does knock down Pioneer. Lynx, you need to join up with the rest of your side now. The pressure is on against Come Get Some.
No, I thought a split would be the better option, but you know what? If you deny visibility like this with these smokes, actually just don't have to split. Just go absolutely ham on this fight. They got 1 kill confirmed earlier, but Vindex will be knocked down by Harami. As 2 other players still coming around from the backside. That's going to be Lynx and Chrono. Harami going extremely aggressive on that fight. Taking a one-on-one. He's got another player in the distance he was not really expecting. And PRZ shall be there, just lurking in the shadows. The vulture of the fight takes the kill. Now, Charlene down below, really trying to be that unexpected part of the equation that no one's really thinking about. And his off angles might be great, but the smokes he's going to be popping off might just bring a little bit more tension to him than you might expect.
Yeah, Rami got too aggressive too early. He should have been aware that there's going to be at least one other player around there.
Chrono.
I don't know why Chrono isn't going for the revive onto Rami. You got to get that man advantage in control if you're going to get the better of this team fight.
Yeah, he lost a lot of precious time right here, Imperium. He's going to have a smoke that's going to be definitely really useful for him. And Lynx has got an angle on the side that's definitely really good if they want to go for the re-engage. But right now, unfortunately, we have, like, man, third party galore. Look at that from the backside. Marine Forces coming in clutch. Trying to take the fight once again. Are they going to pull off and eliminate? We'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be a 4v3v4. Nice sandwich.
You also see Team Ram coming in from behind. So it's going to be a 4-squad party.
Oh my god, I didn't even see that. You know what? They're going to be initiating really well to come get some 1 and 2 kills down. Lynx get absolutely destroyed from the side. And now it's going to be Ram going for the push on to Team 5 UMB. Kian's going to be knocked down. Vindex and Charlene still in the corner. Charlene's got the smokes already, not getting detected too heavily. But I like the fact that Ram are trying to take 2 fights simultaneously at the same time. Because if you get really on one fight specifically and you get hurt, the other team, they're going to be coming to attack you full health and absolutely destroy you. So I think it's good that they're trying to keep a focus on 2 teams at the same time.
Yeah, but I feel like because you are down to 3 players, you've got to commit to 1 and 1 only. It's very hard when you spread yourself too thinly. 1 player gets knocked down, you're going to pay the price. As Kerfer is going to be so low in health, but he's going to be able to survive down on the low side of this hill.
Yeah, definitely some big fights. Litos, going way too deep in that fight, Imperium. He should have waited for the rest of his team to go through it, and now he's going to be confirmed away by Charlene. Having Hurricane trying to... He's doing the same mistake as Ally a few seconds ago. Just wait, play together, use your man advantage for something. Don't go 1 by 1. You're literally denying yourself team play. I don't get it.
Synergy is so important, and here's the thing. Ram could disengage away, and that's kind of what Kerfa is doing, and that makes sense. Although he's very low in health, he's going to pay the price. Searchin is going to follow suit. He might have to move his way down to the sniper tower, but all the while, this side of Hate Gaming are looking in the shadows from the compound below.
They're just in the compound like, what's happening over there? There's a lot of shooting up on the mountainside, and now they're going to see some players coming down slowly and surely, and they're just going to pick them up 1 by 1. Hirkin in a really dangerous position, I have to say, Imperium. Like, he could just get instantly confirmed out of this game, and they even have information on the car, so they can just spray the car, deny him his way to rotate out of that fight, and it will be okay. But I think it's good to maybe bring a little bit of attention to the fight up north on the eastern side. That's going to be between on Potato Hill, between Bravo and Illuminate.
Let's go on over to that. That's Hunter. He's prone his way down right now, while Evil Boy is lurking up the hill, also prone down. Smoke being thrown out so he can try and move his way out. Both of these teams are outside the circle, right? So with the blue zone closing in, it's phase 4 tick damage. It's going to be a little bit harder to deal with.
Man, you see how that blue zone is going so fast? Oh my god. It's the fastest blue zone, I think, movement I've ever seen so far.
Fuck, boy.
Yeah, and Bravo, they're just out of here, man. One shot's going to be a little bit delayed on that one. Evil Boy also in a car. And that fight actually might not result in too much happening. I'm going to go back over to the fight of Team U.